Back in the day, the one thing standing between me and a snatched waistline was pizza. Because growing up in Chicago, pizza is life. But when I lived there, I never understood why my family that moved traveled 1,800 miles just to get some Chicago thin crust for dinner. But now that I'm in Arizona, I get it. Because Giordano's is always our first stop whenever we go home. Thankfully, that's only an every once in a while treat because I'd never reach my goals with this. Since I want to lean out and eat pizza too, I had to figure out a way to make pizza work for my high protein diet. And since I'm kind of a pizza addict, I figured out 3 ways to eat pizza just for breakfast. That way, I can eat pizza every day while consistently hitting my goals. And lately, I literally do eat pizza every day with this breakfast pizzito. This is my version of a meatless pizza burrito that keeps me full all morning. You can add meat if you want, but the chopped egg whites are pretty filling on their own. Now, if you're thinking about clicking away because egg white pizza sounds disgusting, meet my extremely picky 10-year-old. And extremely picky is not an exaggeration. The kid won't even participate in Taco Tuesday. One day I swapped his typical butter eggs for this, and now he asks for breakfast pizza every day. So this is definitely one of those don't knock it before you try it diet hacks. So let's start by prepping the egg white thins since they're used for all 3 recipes. I have gone through a little trial and error when it comes to prepping egg whites. First, I tried heating them in a skillet, but that led to a hefty cleanup job no matter how much nonstick spray I used. Same thing goes for aluminum pans. See, there's still leftovers from last time, even though I scrubbed these bad boys for hours.
12 seconds later.
That's when I found these non-stick silicone muffin top trays. But as I unfortunately found out, you can't just fill these up and go, because that leaves a big mess that's even worse than this. So first, I plopped down a few cookie sheets. Wait, is it cookie sheets or cooking sheets? Because one time I saw this meme and now I'm confused. Either way, I plopped them onto the sheets, followed by the silicone trays. From there, I add the egg whites, and I just add enough to fill about 3/4 of the way full because these do rise while baking. Then I season each one individually so every egg white has seasoning instead of all the seasoning going to a few select thins. I sprinkle in some garlic powder, oregano, and salt. You can also add pepper, but that gives me a headache, so I'm going to pass. Next, bake in the oven that's preheated to 350 for 15 to 20 minutes or until the egg whites have risen and are firm. Then I remove and let them cool down before popping them out and storing in the fridge. Now that we've prepped, let's put the pizzito together. Start by preheating your air fryer to 425 degrees. Then spray a low-carb tortilla with olive oil cooking spray. Add the tortilla into the air fryer while getting the rest of the ingredients together, which should only take 2 to 3 minutes, so if you take longer, keep an eye on your tortilla so it doesn't burn. While the tortilla is crisping, I chop the egg whites. Then I gather my pre-chopped veggies, low-sugar marinara, shredded cheese, and spices. Once the tortilla is crisp, pull it out of the oven and layer on the sauce. Then sprinkle your favorite seasonings. I, of course, always choose garlic, but I also like oregano on my pizzito. Then top with the egg whites, chopped veggies, I'll go with green peppers and onions, and layer on the cheese. Pop it back into your already heated air fryer and cook until the cheese melts, which only takes 3 to 4 minutes. And bam! There you have a delicious burrito that clocks in at only 327 calories with 30 grams of filling protein. Since you already have some egg whites prepped, let's make another easy pizza favorite, and that's these pizza thins. With this recipe, you get 4 filling pizza thins for only 393 calories with 36 grams of protein. The process is pretty similar, but this time we're not using a low-carb tortilla and I'm adding pepperoni. This time, spray your egg white thins with olive oil cooking spray and let them crisp for 2 to 3 minutes before layering on the sauce. Then top with your favorite veggies, pepperoni, and sprinkle cheese on top. Stick back into the air fryer until the cheese is melted. Even though these are very similar to the previous recipe, removing the low-carb tortilla might work better for some people who don't want tortillas in your high-protein diet. Plus, you're getting even more egg white protein first thing, which makes these things even more filling. The final pizza breakfast recipe also uses egg white thin, but this time we're adding them to a bagel for a delicious morning breakfast bagel. More specifically, a delicious morning pizza breakfast bagel. We'll start this recipe by preheating your air fryer to 425. Then spray your bagel with olive oil cooking spray and add into the air fryer for a few minutes to get it crispy. Then remove and layer with low sugar sauce, spices, and top with cheese. It's up to you if you want to add any extra veggies or meat. I like my pizza breakfast bagel just like this. And this filling recipe clocks in at 263 calories with 27 grams of protein. There you have 3 filling pizza breakfast recipes that you can alternate depending on your mood. If I'm following a higher calorie day, I opt for the pizza breakfast bagel since I tend to be a little bit hungrier later in the day when I have a bagel first thing. If I'm following my typical 1800 calorie day for fat loss, then I go with this Pizzito since it's really filling and so good. But if I want to cycle in a very low calorie day, then I'll opt for this Pizza Thins since these keep me fuller longer. And I cycle calories like this most weeks to help me stick to my high protein diet for fat loss. In fact, I teach this exact method in my high protein meal plan because it's been an amazing way to lose weight without feeling like I'm constantly on a diet. So you can learn the method plus get over 70 low calorie, high protein recipes in the plan. I'll go ahead and link that in the pinned comment to make it easy for you to grab your plan. In the meantime, if you want to learn the 4-step system I use to drop 45 pounds even after nothing else worked, this is the system that finally took me from Diet Zero, who constantly struggled with weight loss, to Diet Hero, no struggle necessary.
I step up to the mic, gonna make it swing. Feel the rhythm in your body.